Welcome. Welcome to the opening of the exhibition, and I hope you are enjoying it. My very, very deep thanks to everyone here who has worked so hard on this vast thing. And my thanks particularly Angelica of the Architekturzentrum in Vienna, and also to all the people who have worked from there on the show, and to Jeremy, who came to us as a temp and has been with us 18 years. Thank you for calling me a place. Downtown Denise Scott Brown. My definition of a place is something that is actually used, and a public place that is actually used by the public. And this is lovely to see in use. And I hope the uses will be many. I am a multiple conundrum. Your title, Downtown Denise Scott Brown, is a conundrum as well. And I have had careers on 3 continents, and they seem to have nested very well in retrospect. And this exhibition probably shows that. When I started, my worry was, I have no structure in my life. 17 and saying, where's the structure in my life? And by the time I got to London, my student advisor there was Arthur Korn, Viennese refugee in England, and my dear friend. He finally returned to Austria, died in Austria. I would say to him, I don't have structure in my life. He would take me to a Viennese coffee shop and talk about the November group. Somehow we both got through, and I look back now and I see something in retrospect here. There are things I would like to see happen from my life. First of all, there's so many different ways to be an architect, but I feel we are missing some aspects of our work that really should be understood and used. We all loved Jane Jacobs when she wrote. Yes, she's right, she's so right. And then we went on doing the same planning that tends to do the very thing Jane Jacobs didn't want, and we don't seem to have learned really much about patterns in towns, activities in towns. That you made this show an activity in a town is very close to what I feel. My experiences in Africa and then in England with the social unrest in both places, and then coming to a very quiet America that soon blew up too, was tied in very much with the excitement of the practice we've had. And the social movements were only one thing that led us to Las Vegas, but they were very much part of the reasons we went there, as well as the pop art movement. And then taking those researchers, those trying to define for ourselves what the issues were in places like that, which was so exciting. When Bob played a game, he and I together, I can like something worse than you can like. It was a journey of fun discovery. It's gone on through our practice as well, the experience of working in many countries in the world, being on whispering terms with people shortly after you meet them and helping them achieve something very important to them, but mainly trying to understand the patterns we found ourselves in and react to them and bring out of them, as well as what we could offer them, something special. And I wish you all that wonderful experience. It involves opening the window of architecture wider and looking onto a broader world than the ones we have been trained to do. So I'm thanking you for all that, and I'm hoping that everyone here will find something that appeals to them, but that my drive now is to get people to realize that functionalism is not just that old thing. The early moderns who chose it as an important theme, and the Neue Sachlichkeit, had a point, and we really do need to widen our world to understand more, to be less invasive and more helpful in urban problems. And the ones that we have found have tied in beautifully with our way of thinking, and the life that Robert Venturi and I have built together. And I thank you for your condolences for his death. He achieved what he wanted, and we achieved at least one thing, to get people to realize communication is part of function in architecture. I think there's a long way that I would like to see these ideas go, and I wish you very much happiness in dealing with them. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.